How to get rich, reverse speed wholesaling, and not just reverse wholesaling, right? Because I think a lot of wholesalers think that reverse wholesaling is what we're talking about today. No, we are talking about reverse speed wholesaling. And so this is going to be more about how you can actually start reverse wholesaling with incredible speed, and more likely than not, how you can make up to $2,000 a day doing this. Because we are starting off here, it's May Day today, right?
May.
1st of May.
It's crazy.
And a lot of people need a fresh start. And a lot of people need maybe even a new way of wholesaling that they're not used to. And what we're going to do is introduce reverse speed wholesaling for 2025. So this is going to be a lot different than you're probably used to when it comes to wholesaling real estate. It's going to be a lot different, but it's going to be in a way that actually will make you a ton of money. And this is a way that it's pretty much foolproof. For the years and years on this YouTube channel, we've taught how to get rich wholesaling houses. So let's talk about the first thing here, okay? Reverse speed wholesaling, right? That's what everyone thinks. This is not reverse wholesale, it's reverse speed wholesaling, because we want to get deals and we need them fast, right? That's the point today, right? So it's just like reverse wholesaling, but what I found, it's around like 5 times faster. Like there's a lot going on here. So what is reverse wholesaling? First and foremost, before we get into reverse speed wholesaling, right? Well, it's basically, again, wholesaling in reverse order, right? You are going to go out here and find the cash buyer first, right? So traditionally in wholesaling, right, you go market, find a deal, then you find a buyer. Still love that way. I still recommend that for most people. But there's also this other way of wholesaling, and I'm not going to just deny it or say it's not a real existing thing, but you just find the cash buyer first, and then you market, then you get deals. So like this is how the traditional kind of setup looks like, right? You find a cash buyer, then you find their buy box, like, where they're looking to buy, right? And then you market to those areas where the cash buyer said they're looking to buy. So for example, we go find maybe I'm looking to buy some houses, right? I'm a cash buyer. And then you go out and you find their buy box. And so more traditionally, you're like, okay, well, what type of properties are you looking to buy? 3 2s, 2 1s, rentals, flips, stuff like that. And then you go out and you do your marketing in those areas. Then you go back to the buyer, be like, hey, remember when you told me you're looking to buy these houses? Well, I got this house under contract. It's kind of a guilt thing because they can't say no to you, right? They're like, well, I did tell you to do that, huh?
Yep.
Because sometimes when you get a deal and it's not in the buyer's buy box, you're like, well, it's not the type of deals I want. They physically can't say no to that. So that's why it's a big advantage here. Now, when you add speed to this process, things get a little crazy. Things get insane. And this is where we are going to see a massive change for your success here in wholesaling real estate. So we're here to talk about how exactly to add speed to this so we can start getting a ton of wholesaling real estate deals. So let's break this all down and let's get into it. So again, how do you add speed? How do you add more speed into getting these deals? Well, it's pretty simple, right? Like, how do you get a deal faster? That's what everybody asks. Well, you just need to honestly market to more sellers. Like that's frankly the easiest way on here. Just market to more sellers. That is by far the easiest way out here. Now, how do you market to more sellers? Well, I mean, you can always add more volume. You could cold call more. You could text more. There's so many ways to add. I mean, if you want to get a deal faster, right, you got to market to more sellers, right?
Yeah. It's listen, if you ever have a problem in wholesaling, quantity will fix most of your problems. So I always, I steal the term 10X. I didn't create it, but if you're only working 100 leads, go get 1,000 leads. Like it never stops. But if you don't have enough leads, you're limited on your opportunities and you have to fix it. So today we're talking about the reverse speed wholesaling. And the reason I like this is like the word speed in it. It is everything. Now, it's not going to cure all your wholesaling issues, but if I had to create and make a couple grand real quick, this is, in my opinion, kind of the easiest way to do it. It will also educate you on how to talk, how to find, and how to vet your cash buyers. Because guys, at the end of the day, your cash buyers are your customers, and whoever knows what products in demand, what price to get it under contract for, most of you guys, when you started wholesaling, you're guessing on making the offer. Most of you were overpaying for it. And then you go to your cash buyers and what do you say? Mr. Cash Buyer, would you give me 150,000 for it? He goes, no, I can't give you more than like 140. And then you go back and you renegotiate your contract and you do it again. So by doing it, by learning the strategy we're about to show you today, you can get in tune with your cash buyers. We take deals down all the time. Listen, not every deal is going to be a home run, but like if someone's willing to give you a couple grand more and you don't have it under contract, he goes, listen, I'll give you 145 for it. I go back, get under contract at 140, 142. I'll put that deal together all day long on an assignment of contract. Why? Why? Because I can generate the cash in 7 to 10 days. And that's the beauty of it. And you're going to learn the skill set on how to dispo properties. I would not stay there forever. And to me, it's a great skill, but like once you find the leads and you figure out how to marketing and you put the speed thing on it, then you can have a multiplier on all your profits in wholesaling.
So let's add some speed. How do we do it, right? Well, there's a lot of hacks, right? Now, most people think, oh, just go from calling 5 hours a day to 10 hours a day. Yeah, right. That's great. We all love doubling the amount of work we do, right? We all love that.
Absolutely.
That makes us happier than anybody else, right? But the biggest hack I could give to you is a lot of people think, okay, if I want to go from 5 hours a day of cold calling and I want to make it 10 hours a day of cold calling, you can do that, but you can't at the same time. So for example, if I had a cold call for 10 hours a day, I couldn't just cold call from 5 p.m. all the way to midnight, right? You can't cold call midnight.
Yeah.
I would have to do like 8 a.m. maybe, and then do like 6 p.m. or 9 a.m. to like 7 p.m., something like that, right?
Mm-hmm.
That's how you can do like a ton of hours, which kind of sucks. I'm going to lie. Most people, that is not a sustainable wholesaling model. And so there's a hack where you can get in front of sellers and do it fast without killing yourself, right? That's kind of the main point of today, right? Because I can make a lot of videos like, guys, I want everyone to hit the X Leads triple line dialer in ninja mode and just boom, 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 boom. That's all great. That'll work great. But there's some other things we can do. And I kind of teased it a little bit yesterday because I kind of went off on everyone last night. I was like, it's 9:30 at night. Why aren't you guys talking to sellers? And everyone's just like, well, it's 9:30. It's 9:30. What do you mean? I'm like, well, I dropped 2 courses in freewholesaling.com this year of how you could do it at 9:30. What do you mean? I'm like, well, nobody else comes up with free wholesaling, like new marketing channels except for me and Rick. So I'm just going to drop them crazy. But like the big hack, guys, is to market during what I call non-cold calling and texting hours. And you might be like, Zach, what are you talking about? Guys, there is plenty of marketing. You can find so many wholesaling real estate deals, right? So many wholesaling deals you can find during non-cold calling hours. So what are non-cold calling hours? I truly believe anything past 9 p.m. is non-cold calling hours. So from 9 p.m. literally to 4 a.m., you can find wholesaling deals all day. And I'll be honest with you, 3 years ago, you could have not done this. This was not a thing 3 years ago. Like, what? Explain this, and I'll explain. That's impossible. Well, there's actually 4 ways past 9 p.m. you can go out here and get wholesaling real estate deals, right? There's 4 simple ways. Now, let's say I made that post at 9:30 in the Discord at freewholesaling.com, right? And basically, way number 1, this is the easiest one. It's like, well, just do cold calling on the West Coast. Well, yeah, it's 6:30 in California if you're right here in Florida, right? So it's like, well, yeah, I guess that's a good hack. But like that's just more calling, which not a problem, right? Not bad. I mean, you can even do like Texas, right? That's like an hour, right? So that's fine. You can do mountain time, right? Like you can do other times, right? But I think roughly the first one's marketing on the West Coast. But again, a lot of that is the manual cold calling. And what I found out from people is, audio back. Where's my audio?
Yeah.
Here, what are the other cord? You always share a mic if we had to.
I'll figure it out.
Hello, is this working?
Pull it back up.
I'm asking if it's good.
We can share.
That Cali road trip, Mike is trip. I don't know what we did on that road trip.
I think you screwed it
now
up.
It is working. Okay, we just gotta get a new cord. So we have it. It's supposed to come today, but whatever. Okay.
Oh, it's out now.
No, I don't trust one person. Okay, I trust multiple. Okay, much better. So marketing on the West Coast. That's what it is, right? Marketing on the West Coast is technically the easiest one, but that's not a very sustainable model. I'll be straight up with you. That is not a sustainable business model. What I'll tell you is the second easiest one. No, I use this one. We're good.
Okay.
Until someone says it ain't working. Okay, we're just gonna use that one. I'll just make it easier.
Just yell.
There you go. I can just scream in the mic. Okay, here. There you go. Oh yeah, you're good. Okay, there we go. Hopefully that's way better. We're gonna. I thought it was the cord was the problem, but whatever. Okay. Probably in California. A homeless guy took it. But again, marketing on the West Coast is definitely going to be the answer for everyone right now. Okay. Now, if you don't want to work harder and you want to work less, but do more wholesaling deals, which I think everyone's here. I mean, I think everyone is here for that specific reason, right? That's what I think, right? What you should do, number 2, is JV in our communities. Now, we're actually live on a lot of social medias right now, and YouTube guys, like y'all already like follow us on YouTube, watch our streams, you're good. But like I love watching the TikTok people, the Instagram people. They're like, well, how much is the community? How much is the course? And I get that every day. Every day, it's like, how much is it? They want the $5,000 or $6,000, and it's absolutely for free. Now, let me know, guys. Should I charge you $20 a month for the Discord? I always think about it because I can make a ton of money doing it. $20 a month for the Discord. I'll keep the free course free. Is that what you guys want? Would that make you actually start paying attention? Like, so many of you guys know that we have the largest wholesaling Discord. We got over 23,000 people in there, right? About to hit 24. And there's a ton of you that will not go in the Discord and talk. Well, what if I made it $20 a month? Then would you go and join it? Or would that make it seem like it's a valuable thing? Should I charge $500? No, let's do $1,000 for freewholesaling.com. Would that be worth it? I just dropped 2 free courses in there, right? Would that make it more valuable with the PPS 3.0 in there? Would guys, if we start charging $1,000 for the course, $20 a month for the Discord, then would you guys actually start paying attention? I'm genuinely curious because I could go do that. I get a lot of people saying, Zach, that's actually a really good deal. That's actually a really good idea because everyone in the Discord would actually start paying attention and being a lot more. They'd be a lot more engaged, and that'd be great because everyone in the free wholesaling course won't be. See, Nicholas thinks it's a great idea. It's a great idea to charge $20 for the same Discord, right?
Well, Nicholas says if he pays, then I'll have half the people there, and maybe I don't know. I think it's a personal choice. People are so used to the way we operate and do everything. So we're just kind of throwing it out there. Almost every other ones are charged.
I mean, you know why? Because maybe if I charge $20 a month for the Discord, I would not get, so I get 50 of these a day. How do I get a wholesale deal? Automatic first question. How do I get a wholesale deal? And then we link freewholesaling.com. They say, I don't know. There's a couple of videos that are like a year old in there. Okay, maybe I'll charge $1,000. And then maybe you guys would actually pay attention. Maybe $1,000 for freewholesaling.com. I'll call it paidwholesaling.com. How about we do it? Paidwholesaling.com, $1,000. You have to start paying attention because, guys, I just dropped one of the 2 most valuable courses this year inside there absolutely for free. Put blood, sweat, and tears in that thing, and you guys don't want to work on it. It drives me crazy. But number 2 is JV in our communities. All right. Again, we have 2 right now. It's free. Maybe it'll be paid. I don't know. Maybe it will. ZachDiscord.com and freewholesaling.com. These are 2 separate communities, right? ZachDiscord.com, a lot more younger people. It is just a Discord community. Almost 24,000 people in there. It's the largest wholesaling Discord in the whole entire country. It's the number 1 most valuable real estate community out there. Love throwing that out there a lot. Freewholesaling.com is obviously the largest wholesaling course. It's also the largest wholesaling community. We just hit 29,000 people. So last month we were at 22,000. Now we're at 29,000, and pretty dang cool. So yeah, a lot of people want to learn wholesaling, and it's working really good. But guys, if you just hang out in those communities, there's so many people JVing and doing it, but it's insane. It's insane. So many people ask me all these. I'm like, just go to freewholesaling.com. It's all in there. Okay. It drives me crazy, right? So everyone's like, don't charge it, don't promise. It's so funny. But guys, just JVing the communities. Guys, in the community, we have these green check marks in freewholesaling.com. And in there, it basically states if you've done over $250,000 in assignment fees, you are now verified from Zach to be a legit guy you could JV with. So many people, it's so good, right? And so that's what I'd say. Just hang out in the communities, hang out with other people, and you're good to go, right? That's how you can hang out with other people doing a ton of real estate deals. And guys, you'll get JVs. Oh, I got a deal locked up. I can't find a buyer. Boom. Now you find a buyer. Boom. JV done, right? That's number 2. It's a great way at night. You can go and just hang out. A lot of people like to play video games, just hang out with other wholesalers doing well. Pretty cool. Number 3, and this is where I really start getting on there. This is why I'm like, well, we should charge $1,000, for freewholesaling.com. I mean, we could make millions and I could make millions and millions and millions of dollars just selling frills every single year. I could guess about 3. I don't know, right? If we can get 100,000 people signed up for freewholesaling.com, maybe 5% of them pay for it. That's about $5 million a year. Maybe I can net $1,000 each, right? $5 million a year, freewholesaling.com, right? But the thing is, I make it for free. I always make it for free for the people because the people deserve it. But the thing about it is it's free. It's awesome. And I drop free courses in there. Now, I dropped a course called the Digital Bandit Sign Academy. It is 100% for free. It's in freewholesaling.com, which is my free wholesaling course, right? And what I tell everyone to do is just post digital bandit signs. I truly believe a digital bandit sign revolution is here. The power of AI has completely changed everything. We are able to create these bandit signs from AI that is so niched out to the specific Facebook group that we're basically doing ads inside of Facebook groups, and it costs no money at all. And you're going to get thousands and thousands of eyeballs every single day and night. You get 50,000 people to see that you're looking to buy houses for cash in a market-specific area. This is how powerful digital bandit signs are. We're getting so many people getting deals from this, and so a lot of people ask, and I get this a lot. Zach, I wish I could have wholesaled in 2015. I wish I could have wholesaled in 2013. I wish we could wholesale in 2016, right? Now it's too saturated. Because I'll be honest with you, in 2018, 2019, right? You can go pull a list, skip trace it, call it, and you just crush a high equity list. You would absolutely just go nuts. Now it's a little more difficult. You got to get more niched out, right? But a lot of people don't understand is you're doing cold calling in 2011 right now for wholesaling with digital bandit signs, because once the word gets more and more out, right? More people, it's going to be flooded digital bandit signs, and then it's not going to be just like the next thing I'm going to tell you, right? Every single time I introduce a new marketing strategy, you got about a year or two before the real estate coaches use it and then start selling courses, and then it blows up even crazier. But right now, only our community is doing this, and it is working like crazy, right? So, again, this is like marketing in 2013, right?
Yep. Yeah, dude. I used to think it was tough in 2003, and the reality is, the best time to start wholesaling is today or yesterday. So, don't go back in time. You're wasting your time. Oh my God, it was easy 2018. I can go, there's levels to this. And back in 2003, you'd be mad if I showed you how easy it was, but it was easy, but it was hard because nobody did it. Everybody thought you were like a freak of nature. No education, and everything was a painful financial experience. But those that survived and didn't quit, like me, we did it fine. Then we go to 2013. Honestly, I was screaming on the top. I've never, ever seen a better time to wholesale. And honestly, it ran almost for 10 years. I mean, a blind squirrel could have flipped the property from 2013. That's why you saw all these people I'm just the king wholesaler. But now we're finding out the people that are struggling, the people that really made that, 7-10 year run after 2013, most of them really weren't wholesaling. They were just putting stuff under contract at a slight discount, and then they were selling the demand. Well, the demand's not nearly as there. I think it's coming back late summer, early fall. And wholesaling, you just have to be in the game. So if you want to go back and go, oh my God, Rick, you had it so easy in 2003. I would actually argue it was harder when I started, when a lot of you guys are starting right now, because it was not the norm. You were like a freak of society when you did it. Even though there was other people doing it, it was very guarded secrets. Right now, you have more training, more technology, more data than you've ever had. The only difference is if I get 10 people to do wholesaling, who's going to suck it up and get through it? Everybody likes to talk about wholesaling, but when we get down to it, who made the phone calls? Who went on the appointments? Who's pulling marketing lists? Who is getting creative? Who's doing digital bandit signs? Who's going in the Discord doing JV deals? That's the real winner. And guys, listen, you got to do wholesaling when you suck at it and when you're failing, because most of you are letting your emotions, like I'm just looking at the comments here. If you're going to let your emotions and feeling run your wholesale business, like just quit now. I'm just telling you, the difference between a winner wholesaler and a loser is one, just remove their emotions and go. If you say you got to make 1,000 calls, that's it. I don't care how you feel about it. I don't care if you got a little snotty nose, just go and do it, because here's what winners do. They just get it done regardless of what's in front of them. And that's the only difference. I started in 2003. You were at 2016? Yeah. Like, he thought it was a nightmare when he started. Oh my God, you had it so easy, Dad. And like, I go, and now we look back, and now he looks back, what's it been, 8-9 years now? He's like, crap, that was a cakewalk. And so we can sit here and compare. You guys talk about, like, those of you that are renting. Oh, I used to pay $1,000 a month a rent. Now I'm paying $3,000. It never stops. The average house when I started wholesaling was like $58,000 in America. We're at what, $410,000 now. So listen, it's an appreciating asset. Here's how I look at wholesaling, guys. You can go on eBay and try to flip stuff. You can go to garage sales. You can try that little flip car thing, make $1,000. Why not go find the biggest asset class? And guys, right now, with everything going on in wholesaling, I really think right now is the absolute best opportunity to do it. And if you really want to go, okay, well, prove it to me, Rick. Go over to Europe. Go try to buy a piece of real estate. Show me how easy it's going to be. There is not enough property. There's demand through the roof, and their system set up, I don't know how many years. It's crazy. And I'm just telling you, it's still the Wild West in America. You can still contract properties. You just got to follow the law and get it done. Why not go after the biggest asset class, which is real estate, and get it? Because that's how you make the most money. Don't make 10 or 20 bucks a deal. You're never going to get ahead in life doing that. That's why I love wholesaling so much.
There we go. So digital bandit signs, again, the reason why I'm telling you, I'm just going to start charging for you, because guys, the course is there. It's completely for free, and still nobody's doing it. Like, it's barely done. I like to look at my local markets Facebook groups. I see 1 or 2 guys doing it besides me. Like, it's so easy. Now, the fourth one is even way less, because I came out with this a month ago. So less than a month. Only people on freewheeling.com are doing this. And this is a revolutionary thing, because I was never able to really do this until we did a slight skip tracing update in X Leads, where we basically got tier 1 data for very, 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 very high quality on a certain thing. And we're able to basically, after a mini update, I was able to do, and then after a lot of testing, this was a thing that was crushing it. And this was, ready for it? Email blasting. Now, a lot of people are like, email blasting. Guys, the reason email blasting has never really been done, okay? The reason why email blasting has never, ever, ever truly really been done in the wholesaling space is the skip tracing has always sucked, right? So if you ever go out here and you look at wholesaling real estate, right? Most platforms that have it, most wholesaling platforms that have, like, any type of skip tracing, the emails are always really bad quality. And we decided to go crazy on it. Now, obviously, it's way more expensive to do, but it was leading up to the release of my EOG system, right? So my EOG system is it's my course called the EOG, and it stands for the Email Offer Generator, which basically means you can generate thousands of emails with offers in them, customized for the low cost of only $0. Guys, you could send 30,000 emails this month. No money at all. Guys, we currently have, I believe, 3 JV deals under contract right now from people who are doing the EOG system. It's insane because you send 1,000 emails out, you'll get 4 or 5 inbound calls, inbound leads, not outbound, inbound leads. See if they're looking to sell. And guess what? A lot of them are. And I'm not going to tell you this is actually kind of killing our direct mail, but it really is. Because a lot of people who spend direct mail, why don't you just send the emails out first? It's cheaper. You do the ROS offers out there. Boom, right? It's crazy. Now, again, you do both if you're scaling up. But like, guys, email blasting is the future. And there's a reason why all of these companies like Nike, Apple, right? They go to your promotions tab. Oh, but it'll go to spam. Guys, go to your spam tab right now. Is there a reason why Nike sends billions of emails every single month? Do you think they do it because there's not a positive ROI? They have to spend billions of dollars just on the cost of email blasting. They have to get some ROI on that, right? Yeah. And the best part, if it gets spam, you just get a new email, Gmail, and then boom, you're good to go. It costs no money at all. And this is called my email offer generator. And I promise you, you're watching this, and I know this is what you're doing. You're literally doing this. Oh, okay. Well, I'm not going to do that. Like literally, you're just like, I don't want to do that. And you only want to say that for 2 reasons. Number one, you don't know how to do it, which in freewholesaling.com takes about an hour to set it up. And number 2, you don't have X leads. And so that's kind of the main issue. I'll be straight up with you. There's only one wholesaling software that has email quality on the skip tracing, just like the phone numbers, and that's X leads. So if you don't have X leads, what I'm going to tell you to do is I want you to find somebody who has the X plan on X leads. On the X plan on X leads, you get 60,000 skip traces. You should find somebody, and the problem is every single month the skip traces expire. So if your billing starts today on May 1st, that means in June 1st, it will reset again. So there's a lot of people on like April 30th that they only skip trace 30 or 40,000. There's 20,000 left over. What those people are going to do, which I've taught them, is the reason why we give 60,000 skip traces on the X plan is like, we'll give them to people. Here's 20,000 emails, right? High equities in Chattanooga, Tennessee. And I want you to email blast. But whatever deal you get, you have to JV with me 50-50. Everyone's all happy. Like Luca, right? He's got the X plan. He's happy to give a skip traces to anyone. And here's the best part about it. 60,000 times 12 is 720,000 emails you get a year on X leads. It's insane. 720,000 phone numbers too. So I would kill pretty much any other software that is doing skip tracing because it's free and you get a lot, right? And if you're able to find an X-Plan member that does it, I mean, Luca's literally trying to give out free skip traces as we speak. You can start email blasting for free. All you need is a Gmail account. If you're watching this on YouTube, you have a Google account, which means you can start sending 30,000. It's crazy. Guys, this is revolutionary in the wholesaling space. But again, here's the truth. Remember 4 years ago when I came out with reverse drawing for dollars? Nobody did it. But like the 2% that did it, they're oh my gosh. And guess what? Now every property's got, I get DMs all the day. Zach, I'm trying to put sticky notes on pre-foreclosures, but there's sticky notes already there. It's like, what do I do? I'm like, well, the cat's kind of in the bag. And then guess what happened? Starting 2 years ago, because it always takes 2 years for the coaches to catch up. You know why? Because the coaches coach, and then their students fail, and then they go to freewholesaling.com, and then they're like, and they go there, and then they're like, Johnny, our student, you got your first deal? Yeah, how did you do it? I put a sticky note. That's a great idea. My student did this, and then they take all the credit. I don't really care, right? But now there's coaching programs on sticky notes, which is hilarious to me. And they're like $4,000. I'm not getting into it. But the thing is, we're going to see digital bandit sign courses come out. And then right now, I believe we're going to see this because some people are pretty fast with this. I don't know how do you do this without promoting X leads, but you're going to see email blasting courses probably come out, and they're probably going to tell you to go use X leads, or I don't even know what else they'd use because it's only good email quality for skip tracing. Phone numbers, you can kind of use the other one, but because we are using the same skip tracing. But for the emails, ooh, that's tough. But this thing's going to be, guys, when you're going to come crying to me, say, Zach, I sent 30,000 emails, but I only get 2 or 3 phone calls. You're going to say that to me in 5 years. Say, hey, remember in 2025 when you could send 30,000 emails and get like 100 calls and get 2 or 3 deals? Guys, we currently have 3 JVs under contract of people that are email blasting this month. Crazy. Insane. And you're telling me that you're not okay, you know what? I know I'm getting on a rant, so I'm going to stop with my rant here. But I'm praying. Please give me a legit reason why you can't tonight send 1,000 emails. Go to freelson.com, send 1,000 emails out. Please, I'm begging you. Please tell me. Just tell me. Why can't you send 1,000 emails out? I'm not trying to die on this hill, but I'm saying like it will change your life if you have no money at all. Guys, I have people literally in Africa. Shout out to everyone in South Africa, Algeria. Like it's like I legit have no money. I can't cold call because of the time difference, right? I work a full-time. I had a guy in Cote d'Ivoire, right? I think that's Ivory Coast, I believe. But I believe they want to be called Cote d'Ivoire. I don't know. Right, the Ivory Coast, right? Beautiful country, right? And this guy like works in a mine. And he wanted to cold call, but he couldn't because of the time differences, right? Because he'd work all day and then sleep, right? This hurts me because I remember years ago he's telling me this, and I'm like, it's really hard for me to give him advice. There's no digital bandit signs, no AI, no email blasting. It's like I'm not going to tell him he just has to just not do deals, but it's like, how do I help this guy out? And now we have something for that guy, and I hope if you're watching this, I forgot his name, but like we have a method now, right? And I want to give a shout out to all of our wholesalers out in those basically far off time zones, because we have a ton of wholesalers doing deals in Nigeria, South Africa, Algeria. I do Libya, do a deal, Tanzania, in Tanzania, right? I'm telling you, the African countries are coming out of the woodworks and destroying you guys because they, unlike you, don't have excuses in their mind. Okay. I have never met a Nigerian. I'll be straight up with you. I've never met a guy from Nigeria or a gal that walks around life like, I'm just suffering. They all have a great attitude. And let me ask you another question. Have you ever met a sad, depressed Jamaican guy? They're some of the happiest people in the entire world. And they have the best attitudes ever. And so if you talk to people outside the United States that want to be Americans that get here, they'll never complain. But I see you guys complaining to me all day about how tough life is. And I don't hear much. I really don't. Right?
It's the age old. Listen, once you leave the United States, in particular countries, you go and see what the world really looks like. It's very different outside the United States. Let's just say outside of like North America to a point. Like already flows into Mexico, Canada, but when you have nothing and like the wage is like $1 or $2 a day or a week, suddenly when someone could go on here and do something like this, just make $2,000 by just hustling and connecting someone, dude, we talk about life changing with like $10,000, 50 or 100,000. Dude, 2,000 is like 10 years of pay for some of these people. So their intrinsic motivation value is going to be 1,000 times more than someone in the United States. And then some of you guys are used to just working jobs and working, earning 40, 50 grand a year. And it's like, and then you try to do this comparison. Listen, when you got nothing to lose and everything to gain, people go crazy. And listen, it's just not in wholesaling. You take a foreigner, you bring them to the United States legally and get them in here and give them the opportunity. A lot of these people with language obstacles, accents, complete lack of understanding how American culture works. The reason why they work, guys, you want to know this? They have no limits. They're like, I'm just going to do everything Rick or Zach tells me, and I'm going to see if it works. And then I'm going to run with it and make it work, because it can't be any worse than they're doing now. And then some of you guys come off your $15, $20 hour jobs like, wow, it's not translating. Dude, I'm not giving you a job. I'm giving you an opportunity. If you want to take it, take it. Why do you think foreigners have so much more success when they come here? Why? Because they have no expectation. They don't understand how it works. And if they follow the system, the only time they get screwed up is when American goes, yeah, you're working too hard. Like, why are you killing yourself like that? Remember, you're going to have to, if you're in America and you say you went through school here, you got a corporate job, or you went to one of the universities, and I'm not knocking it, you've been conditioned. So take advantage of the opportunity like a foreigner would, and you would see the light and day. Listen, a foreigner just needs one deal to knock it out of the park. But I've seen them do it over and over. We've seen it from Australia, Africa, you name it, everywhere. And guys, the only limitations is the people around you that set you in that thing. To truly succeed in wholesaling in the United States, if you're an American, not a foreigner, and like American culture, you're going to have to kill the old version of yourself, or that version's going to kill you. So why? Like, do you think it's easy what me and Zach did? Like, everybody, I just woke up one day. You guys think I stuck a silver spoon in his mouth? I made him go out there, earn it, hunt it, do the whole 9 yards. I didn't care what he said or what he did. And I was okay with him failing. And he failed multiple times. And why do you guys act shocked when you fail at wholesaling? Yeah. So like we were talking the other day is, think about this. Most of us are right-hand dominant, right?
Yeah.
So when you look at wholesaling, let's look at a great analogy. I'm telling you to pick up that football or that baseball and throw it with your left hand. And what's going to be your first reaction? Put it in the comment. I go, hey, listen, I know you throw it with your right hand. We're going to put that behind it. We're going to use your left hand. You're going to be like, we're going to do this thing wholesaling in your left hand. You're going to be like, what? What's the first thing you say when especially a guy throws with their left hand? What do we all tease and make fun of them with? Yeah, you throw like a girl. And by the way, some girls throw a lot better than boys, period. But like, it's only because it is foreign and you're not used to it. But guess what? You start putting in repetitions, hundreds, you'll get better. Thousands, you'll get good. Tens of thousands, hundreds of thousands, you'll throw better than you did on your right arm. You just have to get it in. So guys, what we're teaching you, everything we talk about wholesaling, it's like, instead of writing a letter, I know nobody writes a letter anymore, but what if you did it with your left hand instead of your right hand? It would look like a 4-year-old wrote it, but eventually you will get better at it. And honestly, it's like, if you look at it like that, maybe you guys can look at wholesaling the opposite. Zach talks about the Zach Discord. We're free. Like we make it as available as possibly to you. For now, yeah, but I want you to take advantage of it because we give you everything. Because if that day changes, you had every opportunity like everybody else and you decided not to take it. And people go, I can't afford the $20 or something like that. You can, it's just not a priority to you. Like you go get coffee, you put gas in your car, everything else. So the reason why we tease it and put it out there is we want you to take advantage of it because some of you go, well, it'll be there forever. We had a dynamite deal we offered on X Leads for the first 6 months. I told you guys, take it. I can't leave it up forever.
Yeah. So on X Leads on the annual plan for the basic, we had it for $597, and we provided we provided a free Go High Level account with it. We call it Ninja Mode, right? It's our customized Go High Level for X Leads, right? And basically, it was actually super illegal what we did. They told us we had to charge at minimum. It's called the minimum advertised policy, minimum advertised price, the MAP policy on Go High Level. And you can't have a software where you give Go High Level out for anything less than $972 for the year. And we decided we're just going to do $597 until one of the largest wholesaling Go High Level white labels decided to call the legal department and try to get us shut down. And then Go High Level reached out to us, says, we're going to shut you down in 5 days. And basically said every Ninja Mode is cut off. And they were going to delete everything if we didn't change what we did. And they were all set to delete it, right? They were very mad. We a lot of people took us up on that offer. And then I had to go negotiate with the lawyers, which is insane to me. And we got it, and then we had to change it. And then everyone's crying, well, can I get it for $5.90? I'm like, no, can't do it. Nope, will not happen ever again. So don't be crying to me about that, right? Same thing with X leads, right? We could raise the price on X leads from $97 a month to $150, and still it would be the cheapest go high level white label you're going to have. It's also going to be the cheapest one with skip tracing. It'd be the cheap, right? But again, everyone would cry to me and then complain. And then I get, to this day, we've had 500 emails this week. No joke, because I went over it with the customer service staff yesterday. Can you bring the trial back? I'm like, we had it up for 30 days. What are you talking?
30 days. I threw it out for 30 days.
It's insane. And so, yeah, so just don't complain to me, guys. And so I'm kind of on this new thing now. X Leads literally has so like everything on here. If you have some money, I'd say go buy X Leads, right? I got no course study, but I go buy X Leads. Here's the thing. When I didn't have X Leads, you guys used other softwares, right? So just use the same money for the softwares, right? And then go use that towards your marketing. If you have no money, email blast, digital bandit signs, call, text, do all that stuff, right? And so we basically have this tiered system where if you have no money, do the free stuff. The free stuff sucks, Zach. Duh. It's free. And then you can go out here. And then if you have some money, use X Leads to make your life a lot easier. And then you can scale all the way up from there, right? Guys, you can send 90,000 texts. You can cold call with 5 cold callers on a triple line dialer instead of X Leads. X Leads literally does it all. You have the whole dispo. You can start listing your properties and sending them out to buyers, right? Like it's literally all in one, right? But the thing about it is you don't even need a software for the email blast. You just do it for Gmail absolutely for free. Like, so what is your excuse? I really don't understand it, right? So gotta go out here and start getting some deals, right? If you want to start getting deals, we got to add it, right? So what I'll tell you, if we add all these 4 things into reverse wholesaling, we now have reverse speed wholesaling. Because I don't make many promises, but I can almost promise you that if you sent out 30,000 emails, we're going to tell you what to do today, right? I promise if you do all this stuff in the next 30 days, you are going to get a wholesaling deal, and you're going to spend less than $100. But here's the problem. Everyone's still going to complain to me, and that's the thing, right? So let's talk about how to actually start doing this again. So step 1, let's find cash buyers. Now, a lot of people say, you can't find cash buyers first. We're talking about reverse speed wholesaling. Like if you want to get a deal fast, this is how you do it. Okay. Number 1, find cash buyers. Well, how do you find cash buyers? Zillow for rents is probably one of my favorite ways out here. Most guys out here will just list their property on Zillow or gals for rent by owner. So it's FIRO, for rent by owner, right? Not FISBO, but for whatever, for rent by owner. And most of them just list it on Zillow or Facebook Marketplace. Hey, I got this property for rent. Well, you call them up. Hey, is this the owner of the house? Yeah. I'm not looking to rent out your property. I'm actually a wholesaler, seeing if you were looking to buy any more rentals. Simple. And then you get a lot of them say, yes, I am. And they understand wholesaling because wholesaling is very commonplace now. And boom, you're good to go, right? Now, here's the thing about it. Most people still ask me, how do I find buyers? So simple now. It's so simple to find cash buyers. So simple, guys. That's how you do it, right? And also, you can go to realtor.com. It's actually one of my favorite things to do. I'll actually show you how to do it because I do not care. All right, hold on. Let me show you how to do it. So let's use this for example, right? So we're on realtor.com. Okay. And this is a great way to find cash buyers. I absolutely love this, right? Go to realtor.com and you go to the sold section. You can actually do a couple things on here, but let me go by listings. All right, Fort Pierce, Florida, right? So let's look at the sold category. Listing status, recently sold. Awesome. Price. We want Fort Pierce to be under like 150. Property type, we want it to be a house, no mobile homes. And we're good. Okay. So now we're going to find these really beat up houses, right? Now, let's try like this one, for example, right? So this house sold on Avenue Q. So if you don't Fort Pierce, the avenues is like the rough areas. And all I need to do is like, okay, well, this property sold, right? It's like, okay, well, let's look at the pictures, right? So it's a pretty beat up house, right? I mean, this ain't the fancy stuff, right? So if I look up here, right, it's like, well, interesting. Well, who is the buyer, right? Well, the seller was represented as Tiffany O'Hara, and the buyer was non-realtor with stellar non-member office. What is that? I actually never seen this before. Let me look it up. Stellar is likely refers to a real estate office that uses the Stellar MLS. Interesting.
A virtual listing service.
It might be a virtual one, but the buyer bought it. Oh, you didn't have that up. All right, never mind. Okay. Can you plug that in and replug that for a second? But basically, this property was most likely sold by a buyer. Now, usually we get more information about that, right? But if I'm going to go here and let's find another beat up house. Mobile. Oh, look at that one. That looks nasty right there. Nasty looking house right here. Sold, but it's not telling me who bought it. So we're just going to find realtors that represent really nasty looking houses. So 75 grand, that's a nice one right here. Should say who the buyer is on here, right? Let's see. Should say information about the listing. Okay, sold via public record, so not on the MLS. So let's find another one here. Oh, yeah, cha-ching. Okay. This MLS? Not MLS. Oh my gosh. Try to find an easy one. Okay, here's a good one. So it looks like this was represented by both parties here, but this is on market stuff, right? And this is a nasty looking house right here. Got no many pictures, but the seller is represented by Marshall Sterling, and the buyer was them too. But see how it says Sterling Auction and Realty Company? This basically means that this guy probably auctioned the property off himself. So that might be a good buyer. That realtor might have cash buyers for me, right? And this is a great free way to find real estate deals, right? And not a lot of people know, but like that's a great way to find cash buyers that no one ever really does it. So absolutely love that. And you can use like realtor.com right there to start finding recently sold properties on realtor.com. Realtor.com is Zillow usually doesn't show it too much. I haven't seen too many on there. So that works too. Facebook groups. Again, we have scripts you can post in Facebook groups of real estate investors to get all the cash buyers coming to you, your title companies. And then most importantly, guys, just go to xleads.com. You go in the investor lead section and get it done right. You can cold call the cash sales. We got the corporate skip tracing. You can JV with people. It's a great way to find cash buyers, right? But what I'll tell you again, to save some time here, right? Step 2, once we find that buyer, we want to vet them. We want to make sure they're actually a legit cash buyer, and we want to find their buy box. So buy boxes kind of go over, right? Because some cash buyers like to say, oh, I'll buy anything. No, right?
No, I mean, you want to find out specifically. So their previous history is going to be the best indicator of what they're going to buy in the future. But most importantly is the area, the price range, and the type. If I can get those 3, I can find any deal for any cash buyer. The worst one is when they want to buy at a $150 to $700,000. You have no idea what their appetite is. So find the price range and the area, and then find out if they're a fix and flipper, find out if they're a landlord, find out what they're looking to achieve. And that's how you do them. The thing is, a fix and flip guy and a landlord guy, they're completely different types of customers. And those of you that like blend all your lists together because you're like, well, that's what I have, they'll take it. You're just wasting your time with them. I want to find someone, you have to pique their interest and you have to give them something they actually want. This is how people take action. This is why motivated sellers take our offers, because we solve a problem. You have to do the same thing on the cash buyer side. Some of you guys think you can just excite them with price. If I'm a landlord and I have zero interest in doing a fix and flip, I don't care how cheap you sell it to me. My interest isn't going to change. And if you waste my time, I'm going to go find somebody else that does it. So just remember, somebody taught you guys a long time ago that you need thousands of cash buyers. No, you just need to find out what your customers want. Your buyers are the customers. The contracts we create for motivated sellers is the product. All you have to do is match them up. In the beginning, you don't even have to know. You just got to get more efficient at dispo, and you can make some of these small wins, $2,000, $3,000, $5,000, and you could do it. The trade-off is speed. It's going to be less, but it gets some of you started. Some people build their entire business models doing this. And guys, you can use X Leads to help you out, but you can do the research. All you are is basically solving a problem. Like that's all business is. The more problems we can solve, the more money we make. Hey, I'm looking for a 2-2 to get a runner in. It's got to yield at least $1,800 a month, and I'll pay up to $220 for it. Okay, what's the zip code you like? And then just go from there. And then if I have them there, if you want to go through the proof of funds and all that other fun stuff, remember, here's our take on proof of funds. You guys are demanding proof of funds from people when you don't even have deals. So if you called me or Zach for a proof of funds, show me the deal and I'll show you the proof of funds. If not, but when you have the deal, you're going to have to cross that bridge because that's what makes sure that they have the ability to pull the trigger. And we need speed. And without cash, you ain't got no speed.
No. So vet the buyers, get their buy box, and more specifically, right? You got to get more specific because they're going to ask you stupid questions or they're going to say stupid stuff like, I buy anywhere. Really? So I say, you want to buy over an Avenue Q? Yeah. And they're like, I don't buy in the Avenue Q. No. I'm like, well, then you said you'd buy anywhere. And a lot of times too, they're going to give you a bunch of like, oh, I'll buy anywhere. I'm like, well, can you tell me the last 5 properties you bought for cash? Well, I bought them all in this one zip code. That's how it all works. And so you got to know there, right? So you want to know first and foremost, what kind of houses that looking to buy. They're looking to do concrete block houses, or are they looking for like ranch style? And it's not really like the style of house. It's like, is it a good rental property? Is it a good flip, right? Stuff like that. Do they deal with termite damage houses? Do they deal with really bad, like it needs everything fixed, right? Or do they deal with only like cosmetic flips, right? Or do they want turnkey? There's all these type of houses, right? And then where, right? Zip codes are very, very important here too. Most of it is ran through zip codes. So it'd be very, very important to have the correct zip code on here. And I always love to use past behavior for cash sales. So again, what I personally found is there are 2 types of cash buyers out here. There are landlord cash buyers and flipper buyers. Those are the cash buyers you want to deal with. And you're going to find that cash buyers can landlord and flip just kind of like us, but we're very, very different in how we do it. So let me show you an example here, right? So if I go inside of X Leads, right? And guys, give me a market and I'll show you. Who wants to get some free cash buyers? We'll go into X Leads. We'll get some free cash buyers. And just give me a comment of where we should do it, okay? I literally swear it's always one city. It's always first. It was hilarious to me. But let's see where we're at. Let's see the first comment on YouTube. Guys, we're live on the Flip with Rick YouTube channel. So also the Zach Ginn YouTube channel, stuff like that. But I will tell everyone, right? If you want to comment, ask your questions, you have to be on the Flip with Rick YouTube channel. So that's where we're answering them. Or also Zach Ginn channel, the Rick Ginn channel, right? You just got to be on YouTube. Any of our lives, you'll see it from there. But let's do it. We're going to do, let's do Columbus, Ohio. You know, we haven't done a Columbus one in a minute here. So let's show Columbus, Ohio, right? So again, this is X Leads right here. And basically what we're doing here is we are looking for buyers, right? This is kind of the dispo section of X Leads, but we can do Columbus, Ohio. Look how many Columbuses there are in America. Isn't that insane? That's crazy. All right, let's do Columbus, Ohio. All right, cool. So these are all the cash buyers in Columbus, right? Now we can filter this out. Do we want flipper or do we want landlord? Let's do flippers right now, right? I don't know. Let's do flippers. Okay. And now we can go find some ones, right? There's a lot of good ones. Guys, you can literally steal this. Because see, I'm not really secretive because this list changed. It literally changes all the stinking time. But let me show you how this works. Okay. So you can kind of switch them up. So let's see here. Let's do Camel Lab. Okay. So Camel Lab. So Camel Lab LLC is pretty decent here. So you can see here they are flipping and holding. So right here, if you look at the map here, this is X-Leads does, it'll show you a map. And I swear everyone's going to start stealing this, all these other softwares, but we don't really care. But they'll find the flips in the area. So you kind of see, they're kind of flipping everywhere in Columbus, right? They don't really care, right? But you can also see exactly where they're owning landlords. So I push landlord, and it's going to show, oh, wow. So these are all the rental properties that this buyer has. Just insane to me, actually. Yeah. So it's in the green. And then if I want to see where they're flipping, I just go to the flip section. And this is where they're flipping. They're also flipping a lot of houses. Oh, wow. I've done that by accident twice now. But they're flipping in Springfield. Has anyone ever heard of Springfield, Ohio? No, but they're doing flips there. I just uncovered. We've actually done a lot of deals in Mechanicsburg for some reason. I don't know why. And Marysville. But like, guys, have you ever heard of these two markets outside of here? Urbana. No, guys, I think we just unveiled a secret market. And that's why I love X-Leads, right? You can do stuff like that. But let's do one where we got some buyers. So let's go out here and do OTE properties. So again, pray for us on, okay, I have to cover the numbers up, sorry. But basically, OTE properties is doing a ton of flips. They own 80 rental properties right now, which is actually insane. And they own a lot. And they're also funding deals, which is insane. So we just skip trace them. We know exactly who they are. So that's why X-Leads is really powerful here. And the best part is we don't share your buyer's information. But okay, let's look at here. Okay, these are a lot of flips. We also have funding deals, which is they're lending. But it looks like they're only flipping in Columbus, right? Let's look at their rental property. What's going on here? Let me click on portfolio size. Let's see, hold on. Okay, it's only looking at the rentals. That's interesting. I gotta see what's going on here. But looks like the flips are on here. So let's find another one, for example, and then we'll go to the next part. But basically, let's do a big one. KP Homes, right? So KP Homes, you can kind of see a pattern here when looking at them, right? So the pattern that you can see here is also, this is on the pro plan, by the way. So $199 a month for the skip tracing, the ninja mode, and this. And then if you want the landlord too, you'd have to get the annual plans on the pro or the X plan. But I heard people are paying like $300 a month for like this stuff, which is crazy to me. But okay, if I want to go to a landlord, this is where all this guy's rental properties are, KP Homes. Also, I'm not going to share his information. Well, you see a little bit of it, right? But basically, these are all the landlord properties that the guy owns, and then all the flipping that they're doing. So it's kind of, you kind of see it's all over the board, but you can see a pattern roughly. So you see the section up here? He's not doing this section at all. So that's kind of how you can go inside of X-Leads and figure out how to find buyers, stuff like that. But overall, that's all you need to do, right? It's insane. Just how you do it. Pretty dang simple, right? Yeah. But on top of that, too, just got to find where the top ones are, right? And then step 3, again, we are going to do our traditional marketing. I'm not telling you to not do traditional wholesaling. Still do it, but we're going to add kind of you're going to start a fire, and then what we're going to do is buy 10 propane tanks and just throw them on the fire. See what happens. Go crazy, right? Yeah. But basically, do your traditional marketing, right? Cold calling, texting, direct mail, drawing for dollars, reverse drawing for dollars. I'd say to do it. Now, I want to give everyone a ton of advice right now. You are not going to see it now, but you're going to see it probably in the next 2 or 3 months. I've said this for a while, and I just want to give everyone a warning, right? But the newest thing in the future now is going to be people selling like AI agents. And these are, well, God, for $500 a month, I can have a service which has an AI agent that'll answer your direct mail calls. They'll do the texting for you, and they will cold call for you and do all this stuff, right? It's going to be $500-$600 a month. FY, they're all, I'm just telling you the truth. And I might lose people on X-Leads for this, but I don't really care. They're literally all using Go High Level. and we give you a free Go High. Go High Level is $97 a month if you just go to Go High Level right now. If you go to X Leads, you get all the leads and the skip tracing, and you get a free Go High Level account. Just telling you the truth. But you guys are gonna see all these ads coming in the next 3 or 4 years, and I'm literally saying it now so I can go back and pull back this recording 5 years ago and say I told you so. But they're all gonna sell you these AI agents, and all these AI agents. Let me actually tell you the truth. There are a couple softwares out here I've seen in wholesaling that have AI texting, and they say, this is their quote: I developed the software for texting with AI, and they use Go High Level, and they charge thousands of dollars for it. And every single day, I get about 5 requests of this specific software. They transfer their Go High Level account into X Leads Ninja Mode. Crazy, right? I get 5 of their customers a day coming in, and that's like thousands a year. But like a lot of people are saying, guys, I just tell you the truth. So you're going to see all these Go High Level like AI agents, but they say, oh, I developed myself. It's all Go High Level. I mean, it's destroying everyone. And just tell you the truth. But guys, the reason I'm saying that is if you are not using the AI with this stuff, you're going to be behind, not now, but probably next year. Right. And so the cold calling AI, Ninja Mode is going to have this year, I believe, maybe next year, but it is coming. AI outbound cold calling, which is going to be legally compliant. We are working on that right now. It's a Go High Level thing, right? But like basically that AI texting is actually here. So we have AI text blasts where AI will answer the text. And then once the person says, I'm interested in selling, it'll get thrown into the CRM inside Ninja Mode, which is awesome. And then there is direct mail AI where basically the AI agent will answer the phone. Now, we don't use that for our direct mail. We have someone actually physically answer it, but it works pretty good. And then we have drawing for dollars reverse. But like, you might be like, Zach, well, how are you using AI with Ninja Mode and X Leads and all this stuff together? Well, I'll tell you the truth. For a very, very long time, when we sent out tens of thousands of text messages a month, and we sent out how many hours of cold calls, right? When those people used to call us back so if we did like, I don't know, if we did like 50,000 cold calls or 60,000 cold calls in the month, usually people wouldn't answer the call and they would call the number back because they got a missed call from the number. I'll be honest with you, we didn't really have too much of a system to answer those calls because it was just too much. It was just, you couldn't physically do it. But now with AI, right, we can have our AI agent pick up. Literally, if we have 6,000 incoming calls today, AI agents will answer every single one, and they'll determine if they were interested or not. Crazy, right? And so I'm just telling you, these AI systems are coming in for wholesaling, and if you're not using it, then the playing field will not be even, especially if you were going out here and there we go. And if you're not doing it, like you're going to be behind if you're doing higher level wholesaling. So this is for the higher level wholesalers out here, right? But the AI is starting to come in, right? It wasn't really a big thing a while ago, but now it's starting. But like, so implement AI. I promise you guys, AI is going to be changing the game here, right? And then again, at night, I want you to start implementing the extra 3. So I would not implement, honestly, cold call on the West Coast, stuff like that. I would just do the email blasting, digital bandit signs, and JVs. And I think you'd do really, really good. So let's kind of show exactly a little bit of the ways that you can start doing these systems. Just really, really quick refresher. So you guys, you need to use ChatGPT for digital bandit signs. I'm getting a lot of people like not understanding it. So let's do an example, guys. Give me a market and I will make a digital bandit sign with ChatGPT in the next 2 minutes. So if you're not using AI, you're already behind, but I promise you're going to get even more behind skipping it. And if I could teach this guy how to use AI for everything, I promise you can do it. So a lot of people say, Zach, Ninja Mode's so hard. X Leads is so hard. I'm like, I promise you, if I could teach you Ninja Mode, I could teach anyone. No offense, right? But like, so FYI, X Leads is 2 things. It's the X Leads software, right, to pull leads, buyer, stuff like that. And there's Ninja Mode, which is the free Go High Level, right? Yeah. That's the CRM, the texting, the text bots, the calling, right? So I'm getting a million in here. So let's do Let's do Las Vegas. Shout out to Mark. Love Mark. All right, let's do a Las Vegas one, right? So let's go and show how I would start doing digital bandit signs inside of Las Vegas, right? So let's go to Facebook, and I'm going to search Las Vegas locals. And we're going to go find a Facebook group for Las Vegas to start posting, right? So what I'm going to do is first I'm going to go to Las Vegas right here. And, ooh, where do people meet singles in Vegas? I like this one. This looks like a feisty, oh, this is a page. That's stupid. We're going to do a Facebook group. Let's do a Las Vegas anything local. That seems pretty fun, right? Yeah. And they all talk about what it's like to be a, so literally, he's literally stealing this out of my, he's literally stealing right here from me. So this is what this guy's doing is legitimately what you need to start doing. So let me show you, okay? Tyler says AI will never work ever, which is, let me just show you. Okay, buddy. So this guy, Darren, I don't know who Darren is, but he looks cool. He says restaurants you wouldn't eat at even if they gave you free food. Guess what happens when you say that? You get 400 comments and 73 likes, and the post goes crazy, right? So now, okay, now that, and this is, here we go. Now that he has a, quote, viral post, next time he makes a post, it will go to thousands of people. So if you go out here and just go to a local Facebook group and then just post, I buy houses cash with like text, it's going to get you nowhere. I'll be straight up with you. The algorithm does not like, algorithm likes controversy, and the Facebook group algorithm loves photos and videos, but hard to do videos. So what you need to do is, I call it the pasta method, which is, I promise you do this. Go to the Las Vegas locals, post, who has the best pasta? I'm looking for great pasta in Las Vegas. Just new to town, just moved in, whatever, if you did, right? I promise you, get 1,000 people fighting. Or say, I always say this, who's got the best pizza in Vegas? You'll get people fighting to the death of who has the best pizza, right? Now you have 1,000. Now you post again a digital bandit sign. You're going to get thousands of people looking. But you also want it to look good. So let me show you. Okay, let's go to ChatGPT and create a digital. So what's a bandit sign, right? A bandit sign is a we buy ugly houses, right? But let's go to ChatGPT here. And let's create a digital bandit sign. So I'm going to put, okay. All right. So I'm going to put here, create an image of the Las Vegas Raiders mascot holding a sign saying, Zach buys houses cash. What's the Vegas area code? 702. Okay, I'm just gonna put a phone number, random phone number, right? 702-222-5, right? Mm-hmm. And then there we go. And we're gonna have, yes, okay. So we're gonna have ChatGPT create this image. So it takes a second for it to create, but what we're literally gonna do is we're gonna make that post, right? We're gonna get people interested in what we say about the pasta or whatever it is, right? And then what we are going to do is we're gonna go, guys, I could post this at 10 o'clock at night. I can post at 4 a.m. And here's my best part. I can post this in like 75 different Facebook groups in Vegas. You just do one a day. You can also post this on Craigslist, which doesn't work as well. You can even throw this on, and here's a special one. Okay. Okay, here's another special one. You can go into Facebook Marketplace and just post that in Facebook Marketplace. Yeah. It'll get views. And it's insane to me, guys. It is absolutely crazy to me. So again, if you're out here complaining, I'm telling you, right, that it's crazy, okay? Let's see here. All righty. So let's see if this gets created yet. It's still processing. It's just going to take a second because ChatGPT is really powerful, but it takes a little bit to do. And all you have to do is go out here and just wait for it to create. And we're going to post these we're really going to post this all over Facebook, right? But the problem is most people don't ever want to use it. And so we're waiting for it. So I chose the Las Vegas Raiders mascot because locals are probably fans of the Las Vegas Raiders, right? That's just a guess, right? If this guy had it for Austin, Texas, I made the Texas Longhorns guy have like a little mascot. If you're in Athens, Georgia, do the Georgia Bulldogs. What I have personally always found is people like if there's like a local team or mascot, just use it. Even if you don't like football, I promise you, it'll catch people's attention. Oh, is it Vegas? What is he holding? Right? Oh Lord, that looks actually kind of good. It doesn't look terrible.
It looks like you're.
He looks a little scary.
Is that really their mascot?
I don't think they have a mascot. Let's look here. Las Vegas Raiders.
It's that guy who walks around with all the equipment on.
Is this a joke? Is this the real mascot?
This is when you mess with it too much.
Oh my gosh. No joke. Yeah, I didn't know this. Nobody told me this.
It's better.
This is the mascot. That looks terrible. I think ours is better. I would literally, you know what I would post instead? I would probably post, I vote to make this the new Las Vegas Raiders. I would literally, this is what I'd post. I'd post, I vote to make this the new Las Vegas Raiders mascot. And then people look at it, like, our mascot sucks. Wait, what is he holding? Huh? Guys, this cost $0. And if you, guys, you just have to cause controversy. You have to cause controversy a little bit, okay? And you have to break a little copyright laws here and there, you know, we're not going to lie. ChatGPT made this, not me. But like, I'll be straight up with you. I don't believe that ChatGPT is probably going to be sued by the NFL because they're literally doing this. This probably does break a lot of copyright laws, but ChatGPT made it, not me, right? So don't blame me. But isn't that crazy? Also, let's do this instead, right? So is that Tom Brady? Guess what I can do? No joke. I can do this. Create the same thing, but have Tom Brady in a Tampa Bay Bucks jersey. This sign. So let's say I want to do Tampa Bay. Well, guess what I'm going to do? I'm going to have Tom Brady holding the sign, same sign. And then let's do here, right? So he's going to do the same thing. Now, I'd probably change the phone number, but legit, like, I'm telling you guys, you just have to think with the noggin here, and you can get anyone to do it. Oh, yeah, Golden Knights would probably be a better mascot, honestly. But hey, it's hockey, right? Less people like hockey than football. I'm just being straight up with you. So that's what I do on that end, okay? Now, if I want to start sending emails, just do the email offer generator system. So all you have to do is go to freewholesaling.com. Let's go here. All right, let's go to freewholesaling.com. Let's see here. Let's go to Classroom. All right, so all you have to do is go to freewholesaling.com right here. Go to Classroom section and scroll down here. I know this is really difficult. First, Digital Bandit Sign Academy is right here.
Beautiful.
Here's Rick's probate course, which is absolutely free, by the way. I'm going to put that on the bottom. Okay. But all you have to do is just scroll your butt down here. Also recorded appointments that we can't share on Tube. We have Creative Finance course in here, which again, insane. But here it is, the email offer generator. Guys, this is how you just learn how to do emails. I have all my scripts, all my stuff in there, all the video tutorials. It's insane. It's crazy. Drive me crazy, guys. I don't know why you would do anything else. I legitimately don't know why. This is how powerful it is to go out here and start doing deals doing that, right? And once you start doing it, you're going to start making a ton of money here. That is it. So what I tell you to do is, first and foremost, right, I would be doing niche list and government list when it comes to your more expensive marketing options. right? And when I say expensive, like time expense, right? So cold calling, texting, right? Traditional marketing, right? Niche list, government lists. And then if you're going to do email blasting, I would do high equities, vacants. Like you have to send out 30,000. You got to make it kind of a bigger, broader list. And that's how you start getting deals, right? And you just start posting. Oh, look at this. Hold on.
I'll put it up there.
So if I'm like, guys, I'm like, steal it, guys, from me. I don't really care, right? But like, go to Tampa Bay. Like, if I wasn't doing in Tampa, I would do this. Look at that.
It's unbelievable.
You know what I would literally post? I would post Tom's making a comeback. That's literally what I would post. Look at that. How is that not? This breaks so many copyright laws. But I swear to you, ChatGPT is probably not going to be able to make you do this they probably won't let you do this probably next year, I'm guessing. So I would start just doing this. That's all I would do. Like, look at that. Zach buys houses cash. How is this not going to work? Guys, it's insane. Is this so cool? I think it's sick.
That's cool.
And so like, but here's the thing. Most people probably didn't know you could do that. AI is only as good as the questions you ask it and the prompts you give it. So steal it, do it. I don't really care. When ChatGPT came out, you could have not done any of this stuff. Now it's there. So what do you have to do watching this today? First and foremost, if I almost want to guarantee you a deal, I would say in a month, do 5,000 calls, 5,000 texts. You probably need Ninja Mode X leads for this. You could do less if you want to do it absolutely for free, which is fine. I want you to post at least 100 digital bandit signs in a month. That is about 3 a day, 3 or 4 a day. It's not hard to do. It's not hard to do. And if ChatGPT says no more photos for the day, create 7 different ChatGPT accounts. Done, right? And then how many emails do you have? You have like 17 emails. So you could just make as many accounts as you want. And then I would say you should send out 30,000 email blasts. And I promise you, you're going to get a deal quicker than anybody else in this business. But I cannot promise you in 3 years that it's going to be this easy. I'm probably going to have to double this in 3 years. That's it. That's the truth, right?
Yeah.
So start doing this and start getting money today. Guys, if you want to learn wholesaling real estate for free, we have a free wholesaling course. Again, I think we all know it, but I'm going to say it one more time because I don't think I've said this enough. Freewholesaling.com is how you can learn how to wholesale real estate absolutely for free. And let's answer some questions here. So that's actually that ChatGPT is actually insane, isn't it?
Yeah.
Oh Lordy. So let me answer a couple questions really quick. Yeah, do it now before it gets very expensive. All right, let's see any questions here. Here we go. Then also get X Leads if you want the best software out there. And don't complain to me if X Leads price is raised. Don't cry to me, okay? And also, everyone's been asking Zach, well, am I yeah, if you got the $597, you were grandfathered in. If you whatever price you started X Leads with, that's their price for. I can promise for life for my life, unless I go. But you know, I'm gonna answer this one question because this Anthony has asked this 17,000 times. Zach, do you guys do PPL? If so, which companies? I do not do PPL. So I kind of had this realization the other day where I was kind of fighting on the internet with this guy, and I probably shouldn't do that. He said, Zach, PPL superior. And I'm like, explain why. He said, well, every single time I watch these YouTube videos of these PPL people, they call and they always get a deal. And I always say, I'm like, how many PPL leads does the person have to buy? And they say like 20. How much is it per lead? 400. And I say, so they spend $8,000 to get one deal. They're like, yes. I'm like, wait, how many people do you know? I told this guy can spend $8,000 in one day to maybe get it. And guess what? If that deal falls apart, probably have a 50% chance. You have to spend $16,000 to get a deal. I don't think it's worth it, right? I really don't. So it's very unrealistic to spend $8,000 in a day for your marketing. Just being straight up with you. Most people never do that. A day. So again, you guys asked what people, and here's the thing about X Leads, right? And all the marketing you do here. You spend $97 for the month for X Leads, and you get all the emails you want, and you can call, text blast, triple line dialer, all these things, right? And maybe add extra $200. For $300, you could do, let me show you. For $300, you can almost get all this stuff done right here for $300, $400, maybe $500 if you want to go nuts. No, let me do that. How much is 5,000 texts? 5,000 texts on X leads is 43. Yeah. Yeah. It's $43.50 to send 5,000 texts out. And it is probably, it's $200. All this stuff's $200. So is this better than spending $8,000 to maybe get a deal, or maybe at half the deal gets caught up? No. And let me tell you the truth here. Okay. I don't personally know. And this is a true statement. I will tell you this. I can go student for student on this. I don't know one person who says anything good about PPL that can show 100 people a month who have gotten at least one deal a month on PPL. It's not one person that can tell me 100 people that get a deal a month on PPL only. Actually, 100 guys doing texting. I can almost show you 100 guys doing digital bandit signs. That's all they do. They get a deal a month doing that. So yeah. And the truth is, because it's sexy, it's great, but you don't really get the results. It's just to take your money. And yeah. So yeah, no PPL for me. I do not recommend it. And I don't know why people keep asking me, but I will say this and I'll repeat myself so many times. What's your opinion on it?
Well, listen, if one day, say you just had to drop 3,500 or $4,000 on PPL, that's one day.
$8,000.
Okay, $8,000. So what are you gonna do? You're gonna do 10 days of that? I mean, do you have $80,000? Because that's crazy. And number two, I don't know about you, but just understand what PPL is. You basically pay a company to do the marketing for you, to outsource it.
No. That was old PPL. Old PPL used to do Facebook leads, SEO, pay-per-click, legit, actually decent stuff. It would cost them about $60, $70 to go do that. And then they'll sell it to you for $300. That's a pretty good deal back then. Yeah. But I knew if I promoted it, then the price, because it's a bidding system, it would get up to $500 a lead. And now we're at like $400 or $500 a lead. But now here's the thing. If I'm a PPL company, I can't sell leads for $500. That's kind of ridiculous, right? Well, the best leads are SEO leads, right? And PPC leads. Guess what happens when you double the amount of people bidding on PPC? Pay-per-click. It goes up. So if the average bid is 30, now it goes up to 60. Yikes. Now, this is different than guys who run their own PPC campaigns, their own SEO stuff. That's different. But the problem is PPL companies couldn't make money anymore. So what they do now, virtually most PPL leads are now, guess what they do? They'll pull a list, they'll skip trace the list, and then they'll cold call. And cold calling is really cheap. You'll get leads for $4 or $5 a lead, maybe even $1 if you use systems like we do. So here's the thing. So they're getting leads for $4 or $5, and they're selling to you for $400. How about you spend, I don't know, $100 to get 50 leads, just doing it yourself at X leads?
I tell you what, though, if you had to give me the choice between $8,000 on PPL and then $8,000 on all the marketing systems we teach you, it's an absolute no-brainer. Yeah. The PPLs, it's 100% a gamble. There's no guarantee. And honestly, the fact that you have to ask the question already answers the question. The only people that tend to promote it, obviously the companies that are selling it and the people that get commissions off of it. If I thought it was a one size fits all and it fixed all my problems, it's great. The problem is you're hitting the easy button when you do it. You can get lucky with it. But think about this. Most of these forms, people fill them out online, landing pages, whatever. And you got to get back to them like instantly. Then you have to bid for it. And people complain about direct mail. It's just a fixed cost. I control the list. I know exactly where to go. PPL, you good with deals in the North Dakotas, South Dakotas. It's all over the country because you have to spread the cost on it. Guys, if I thought marketing is the number one skill set you learn in wholesaling. So if you think you can outsource this and survive in wholesaling, you won't last. I already know. I've been around 23 years. The problem with PPL is the leads are getting less and less motivated because they're trying to generate leads. And these companies are they're marketing companies, they're specialists in it. and they're going to find ways to manipulate everyone to pay the most for it. And the more wholesalers that go in the PPL, the more diluted the leads come, the worse they are. I watched someone do it the other day. Half the leads they called were like bogus phone numbers. They didn't work. They didn't register. And listen, if you gave me $8,000, if you gave me $8,000 and hey, PPL, or you can do all these other things, I promise you I could generate you leads for the next 3 months off that $8,000. But a lot of people think, well, okay, let's go with the theory. I'm buying my time back. Well, you just spent 2 hours and you dropped $8,000. How much do you make an hour? Because $8,000 is a lot of money. And so if I thought it was a fix, I would tell you, but anything that you have to bid for based on demand, you are a retail customer. You have no leverage. And what happens if it gets bid up? At some point, the ROI gets so nominal, it's not worth it. And I think that's what's going on right now.
The reason is you're going to spend $400 for a lead. You call the lead. The guy's like, I have 5 people call me today. What do you mean? I was promised I was the only person who got this lead. Well, what happened? Guess what happens? Somebody that maybe it's a PPC, right? They click sell my house fast Las Vegas. They click 5 links. And so now you have 5 PPL companies selling each lead for $400, and then you think you're the only guy. And so, yeah, so that's the problem. And I'm not going to say this is a conspiracy, but some PPL companies they'll sell a lead and then give it to the other person. Kind of like real estate coaches. They learned it. If I charge you $5,000 for my wholesaling program and then you fail out, well, I'm going to go bring you on my channel and then you can sell your $6,000 program. Now we took $12,000 from the guy. I can't take $12,000 from the guy. I can't sell him twice. And that's how it works. And so the one thing I'll tell you guys, do you want our YouTube? We can do PPL. We can go crazy on it. Do you guys want me to be the YouTube guy? The wholesaler says, if you want to get deals, just man up and spend $10,000 this month. Could you imagine how stupid this YouTube channel would be? Oh, you want to make some money wholesaling? Well, go spend $10,000. That's literally like a rich guy saying, why are poor people poor? Just make $1 million. Just get a loan from your dad for $1 million, and then you could start your own business. Like that's how it sounds like to me. You want to get rich? Just get a loan from the bank for $10 million, buy rental properties, and make the difference. That's legit. Like we could do that. Small loan for $1 million, right? It's hilarious to me. But guys, I'm not going to get it. It's so stupid, guys. It's way cheap. And then on top of that, you still have to go buy X leads to get the MLS access to non-disclosure states and comp. You have to do people, and you still have to buy X leads. That's the funniest part about it. So guys, if you want to learn wholesaling real estate absolutely for free, do me a favor. Go to freewholesaling.com. Learn how to do it for free. Do all these things we're doing, guys, and just focus on the things we talk about. That is the reason why we are the largest wholesaling real estate YouTube presence out there. If you combine all of our YouTube channels, not one person that gets as many views, watch time, and just people watching us than anyone else, it's because our methods work. We have the largest wholesaling community large wholesaling communities because our stuff works. There's a reason why. So guys, if you want to check it out, go to freewholesaling.com. I'll be live in ZachDiscord.com tomorrow. So if you go to Zach, Z-A-C-H, Discord.com, I'll be live at 8 o'clock tomorrow in the Discord exclusively there. And like always, make sure you smash that like button, subscribe, and we'll see you soon. This is Zach Ginn signing out.
Rick Ginn signing out.
We're going to do a new chord soon. So appreciate you guys.